Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Sip, and my mission is to bring you closer to organic Japanese green tea. And my name is Oliver from Neo, and we're gonna dive today into the double amount of tea. Is it double so good or two times so good? So actually what I want to go through with you today is that I use 10 grams instead of 5 grams and compare it to the 5 grams and then see how the taste evolves of the tea. And for this I brought the Henta Sencha. So this is a Sencha which is a blend from the south of Japan, a mix of Samidori, Okumidori, Yabukita and 5 other cultivars which are blended together, but these are the main 3 types, and I want to see how the taste actually evolves of this tea. So let's dive directly into it, having a look at the leaves just for you. When we look at it, we see it is a shaded Sencha, 7 days shaded Sencha. So a really beautiful mix of shorter leaves as well, but we have mainly long leaves. Long leaves clear against Chinese long leaves of Japanese tea are rather small, but these are quite big. So you can see very, very beautiful tea, dark, and also in terms of smell it is a very, very nice tea. But before I say too much, what are a little bit the notes here? Definitely on the green side I have cucumber. I don't have too much umami here in the smell. It's quite green, fresh, spinachy. There's a little bit of a flowery sweetness to it. Yeah, these are a little bit the taste notes, or the smell notes, you might say, that I get. I just put in here 5 grams more. That's important to get up to these 10. Put the tea aside, and then we go into it. Wow. So you see here 5 grams filled, here 10 grams filled. So much more tea leaves. Good. Let's go into the tasting and give them a minute to brew. Both of them get the 150 milliliters, which I like the best. A little bit more here. So 150 milliliters is a little bit my amount of water I prefer. And good. So let's go in. Voila. We're just gonna wait a minute. I forgot the second lid, but it will not do anything. Good. So this is before the weekend, the last daily sip of the week. So I just gonna brew these here, and then we have a break of 2 days, and the daily sip will come back on Monday. So now I'm curious to see how these teas brew. Let's give it a 20-second more, and then I think we're absolutely fine. Voila. Good. Yeah, I guess we can go. Goes a little bit out, a little bit slower, huh? And where I used more of the tea. Good. Just have a look at here the smaller amount and here the bigger amount. Ooh, when you brew it, very spinachy, a little bit of a roasty, cereally flavor. That's what I get. Here the smell is a little bit weaker due to less leaves, and I have a little bit more of the sweet corn coming through, but same tea. Let's go and have a look Beautiful color, that's for sure. So it's a mix of fukamushi and asamushi leaves, so lightly steamed leaves and deep steamed leaves. Very strong in umami flavor. So here we really have an umami kick as well, like boom, coming in and taking this space direct. It's savory, it's sweet, it's lingering a long time, but it's very strong. So this tea definitely, if you wake up on Friday and you're destroyed, maybe this one here kicks you back on your feet. This is definitely very umami strong. This is definitely very strong in terms of its savory, if it's sweet flavor profile. Yeah, it's creamy, dense. You really have these essential oils as well, but around the note of umami, it is quite strong. Good. Let's go to the 5 grams. So the normal tea, how I would brew it normally. Mm-hmm. Here, much more lightness. But it's not the lightness that you don't have a taste, but it's just that the umami is not very strong here, and it leaves much more space to the smoothness and the sweetness of the tea. I really like the umami notes. I really like these savory, sweet notes of the tea, but I like it when it's a companion, when it's part of the tea, and it really gives the other taste aspects more more kind of a space to breathe, more space also to develop in your palate. So my personal opinion is that I like a 5 grams more. I have been to tea stores like Iporo, they really use 10 grams, and then you really have a strong flavor profile on the umami aspect, on the savoriness, which is common and which is something which is also looked for when you have a high grade tea, or when people talk about a high grade tea. But this one here, in my case, is quite strong in the first brewing. So savory, sweet, full body, strong character, but it's not bitter, it's not astringent anything. So yesterday I did a video where I just prolonged the steeping, and there it really turned into bitter. Here, when you take the double amount of leaves, you just have a more intense taste profile, but it doesn't turn into a bitter profile. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely very strong on this one here. And here, it kind of seems that we have a little bit more of a creamy note, a little bit of a cashew note, a nutty note. So more subtleties coming through, but it's not as taste intense as the other one. So it depends a little bit what you're looking for. Maybe you try it yourself, go up a little bit with the amount of leaves, and then you definitely see for yourself what you like better. Let's go. Just have a second one. The 150 and 150. I used 60 degrees. 60 degrees, my favorite temperature, as some of you might know. This is how I drink my tea. And to talk a little bit about the south. So what is nice about the south of Japan is really the variety of cultivars. So you really can go broad, and that's why also you see more and more cultivars from the south, or even if you meet farmers from the north, like a little bit bigger companies, they often source from the south other cultivars, and then they blend their teas together. This sometimes happens. So Mr. Henta, he's also a producer of Uji matcha. So the matcha is blended with matcha from Uji. So it's kind of a mix, and that's what often is done also in tea production, that also the good Uji tea is blended together from southern cultivars together with cultivars from Uji. Nice. Good. Very good. Finished here. and bring out here the last drops. Good, really nice color wise. Here we see still a little bit more lightness than here, still a little bit stronger. Very strong, still on this umami flavor profile. So if you really want to kind of a taste explosion of umami, when you want to really dense, nearly brothy taste profile, then try once 10 grams. You will not regret it. It's definitely a huge kick. Personally, I stick with the 5 grams because I like this lightness a little bit more. Also, after the second steeping, I must say, Mr. Henta, 5 grams is enough for me. With his tea, it's a very broad, very kind of a broad spectrum taste profile. So you have a little bit of nuttiness, you have a little bit of the sweet umami flavor. Then you have a little bit of spinach, a little bit of sunflower seeds, and in the end it goes over really in the lingering umami flavor profile. While here, it's already in the beginning really strong on the umami. It lets a little bit space for a sweet corn taste, but stays in the umami. So it's a little bit less complex, but much more intense when you just compare these two. So my personal favorite, as I said before, is still the 5 grams. Try it for yourself. It is definitely a umami bomb. So this is also an umami bomb. It goes strong in the direction of a strong gyokuro. 10 grams of a good savory, good shaded sencha can bring you also in the direction of the Emperor's tea. But if you want to have the complexity of the sencha from the green to the brothy to the umami to the sweet side, then you definitely should go for the 5 grams and keep it around there. This is definitely what you should do, out of my opinion. But please let me know what you think about it. I am happy to see your comments. I'm happy to answer also any questions if you have any. This has been 5 grams versus 10 gram, double of tea versus normal amount of tea. And I must say, for my winner today is this one here. But if you're looking for the umami kick, this one here, so the savory kick, this one here is definitely your case. Thanks a lot for watching and see you soon. See you next week. Bye bye.